Hi everyone, this is lecture 14 where we are going to learn about HTML forms. In HTML, a form is a container that allows user to input and submit data to a web server. It is created using the form tag and can include various input elements like text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, and buttons. The data entered in the form is typically sent to a server for processing when user click the submit button. So I'm going to create the basic structure for you here in the code. So it's easy for you to understand. As I open my web page one side and one side my code, so that whatever code I write here will be directly reflected on the web page. So here I'm going to take a form tag. Form tag have opening as well as closing. Inside form, I'm going to take one label. I will tell you what this label will do. And first, I want a input field for username. So I'm going to write username and put the semicolon and let me save this file so that I can show you on my web page like it's showing username. And here I'm going to take a input field. After writing username, I am taking input field and input field have a self-closing tag. Let me save this. So here input field is showing. Now what this label will do, like each input field is wrapped inside a label tag, making it clear what the user should input. So by seeing this username, user can understand we have to write here input, we have to write in this input field username. Now what I'm going to do is that after username, I want to give inside input field, I have to give some attribute. And I will explain you what the work of attribute. So type. What should be the type of this input field? Text. Because we know username contains alphabet. Okay. So here I'm going to write text. After text, what I'm going to do is that username is always a name of person, whether male or female. So here I'm going to give name. Inside name, I'm going to write username. So after writing this, like method attribute, like this attribute, type and a name defines the HTTP method for sending data, post or get. And we can also say that the required attribute ensures that users must fill in this field before submitting. It ensures that we have to fill some text and text should be user. Now I'm going to take another input field and that is for after username, what we have to take, we have to take a email, then we have to take password. Let me copy this only instead of making another one. Let me paste it here and save my file. So you can see it's come, in a one line, but we need it in a below line. So for that, we can use a BR tag. BR is basically a break tag and it's also have a self-closing. Now I'm going to take another BR tag because it's stick between, like I want some space here. No, it's looking fine. But the next label should be not username, it should be email. So let me change it, email. And the type should be text, not it's email. And the name is also email. Let me save this file. Now attribute, as I already told you, attribute is like it ensures that user must fill in this field email or text. Like this is the field for email, so user must have to fill his or her email. Now I'm going to take another input field I'm going to copy this same one and going to paste it. Now I need BR tag as well because it's also coming in a one line. So after this, I'm going to take a BR tag. Okay, let me save this. Now you can see its space is coming. It's fine. Now what I'm going to do is that instead of email, I'm going to convert it into password. Let me change it. Here also type should be password. Now you can understand the difference why we are writing type. Type also plays an important role in attribute. Attribute basically provide additional information to our code. Here I'm also going to write password. Now let me save this file. Now username type is text. You can text anything, any name. And email type is we have to, write email. We have to use @gmail.com like this. And the password always like, you know, you can see by giving type password, it's coming in a dot form. So attribute gives additional information to a web page. Now after this, we need one button as well. The button is of submit button. Let me create a submit button. Okay. So this is our submit button. Now what is the role of submit button? The type should be submit only. Okay, let me save this file. So in this way, you can create a form. Now here, what all we do, let me explain you once again. Each input field is wrapped inside a label tag. As you can see, it's make it clear what the user should input. The second one is that the required attribute, type, text, name, username, ensure that the user must fill in these fields before submitting. And the last one is the submit button. Like we have one more field, like it's make a web page good. And that I'm going to create here, that is gender selection. So before button here, I'm going to make one more input field. I'm going to take another label tag. Inside label tag, what I want gender. Okay, let me do like this so that you can understand clearly. After gender, in the same way, I'm also giving semicolon here. Let me save this. So in gender, what we have? We have three, male, female, or other. So I'm going to take a select tag. Why I'm taking a select tag, I will tell you the reason as well. The select tag help us to select the drop down menu. Like if we are male, we can select the male. If we are female, then we can select female. So inside select tag, we have three options. So let me save this so that you can understand. After semicolon, we have this select drop down. Now in this drop down, we don't have any options. So we have to create the options as well. So I'm going to create option. In first option, I'm going to write male. Save it so that you can see it's visible. In second option, I'm going to put instead of male, female. Let me save this. So you can see now we have male or female two options, but we need one more. So it should be other. In drop down menu, you can choose your gender. Let me save this so that you can see the other as well. So other is also showing. So in this way, you can make a drop down inside your form. Now here I have to give some a break line. So for break line, I'm going to use BR tag. Okay, now it's looking okay. So now it's looking good. Now here you can see we are creating a form. We have username, email, password, and gender. Inside gender, we have a drop down menu. So from drop down menu, we can choose our gender, and after filling this form, we can click on submit button. So in this way, we can create a form. So this video is all about form. How can we create form and what is form in HTML? So now I'm going to end this video lecture here only. We will meet in upcoming video lecture.